Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Grime Plays Disco Elysium.
Someone please stop whipping rocks at that body in the tree!
Yes, as lap episode. Last episode, we found the two little kids over here throwing rocks at trees. We had to get some salt, and now we're trying to find out a way to take down this body. But there's something
We could not get our shit together.
we could not. There is something I've wanted to do though the whole time. I don't think we can get the ammonia from the store, but let's figure out. See how much it is.
Still too poor. Still too poor.
I figured I was.
But, you know, hope springs eternal. You just gotta hustle.
Yeah.
Hustle better.
Let's see how much the ammonia's is. Well, first, let's turn this bottle in.
The tear machine stands and your bottles clunk into the...
Pittances. Although now technically, if you still want, you can buy the Astras.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal
The
sprays,
ammonia.
and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Yeah, there's like an ampule somewhere.
Very helpful, thank you.
Thanks. The cigarettes. What was in here? Oh, the raincoats.
You see several packaged raincoats.
Yeah, we don't.
The only thing you can do is to buy it. That is the only course of action you have, is to buy that raincoat.
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. Here you go, mister.
Spent all he had for a pack of smokes. These Grod-made cigarettes are remarkable for their high tar content, favored of fishermen, police officers, and working men the world over. They give you +1 intellect, -1 health, and you can use it 4 times.
How do we use it?
You'll have to use it in your hand. Oh, you got a thought.
There
You
it
got a
is.
thought.
A brave little army in your pocket. The first Smokes platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into fire for you, sir.
Pull one out of the pack.
I'm not going to do it. Pulling one out of the pack.
You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Re-become yourself.
Light it up.
I don't want to light it right now. People are watching.
Put it back in the pack.
Light it up!
Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go.
Hey, you can't smoke in here. Please, don't fuck with Frit.
I've never had that happen. That's great.
Shut up. It's already happening.
What are the repercussions if I do this?
Dip that bad boy in the flame and breathe in.
No, throw it away at the last second.
Repercussions? There's a high risk of glory, with a mild chance, cool genius. Smoking makes you into an intellectual. Everybody knows that. It will help you concentrate a bit. That much is true. It only lets you concentrate because you're in nicotine withdrawal. It only mitigates its own. Blah, blah, blah. Boring. Light it up. Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself. The man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls.
Congratulations.
All right, well, I'm going to heal myself. Get that.
I was very curious if it would truly block you. Like, oh yes, the smoke, you can't smoke here. But no, you did not get blue walled.
Well, I can't level up, so let's shut this. Let's get out of here. Let's go talk around. We've spent 10 minutes. We got another...
What's this achievement you're talking about over and over? I didn't see an achievement pop.
A quest or a
Ah.
thought.
Ah, that's something different.
Mm-hmm. My bad.
No problem.
I knew what I was saying, but I was not how it was coming out.
So you got gardening gloves, a plastic bag, and a cigarette. Just marching around. I'm a cop.
I am the law. We can't go up in the whirling rags, can we?
Up? Up where?
Up, because there's a roof spot up here.
No, that room is inaccessible to you for now.
Oh. That 2-room.
Yeah. Room don't owe you shit. Thought bubble. Ah! You're so bad at these!
A sewer grate. A gateway to river filth.
River of
River
filth.
of filth.
Everything good here!
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin.
Happy shopping, officer? Everything's cool here.
He gives you a thumbs up. What's so cool? Or just leave.
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer.
From out on the bay, a cool wind gathers. It sweeps into the city, tugging at the textiles hanging around the stand. Some distance away, the sound of a tin can clattering across the street can be heard.
You're very cool. Bang, bang, bang,
Makes-
bang.
Bang, 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 bang. Really? You think I'm cool?
I'm not cool.
Whether I'm cool isn't important. I have police questions for you.
Oh,
Officer
yes.
Chucks?
You got style. You got personal style. You know what you like.
He surveys his consumerist kingdom with an air of satisfaction.
You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
Settles back in his pile of boxes he's sitting on.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
What kind of stuff are you selling here?
So, where are you from?
Rhetoric challenging. Persuade him to give you some money.
I'll look around, thanks.
And since you've been smoking, that check is a little bit easier for you now. For this next hour.
I gotta get a 12? I have a 3 and +1, I'm assuming?
It's 3 because of the smoking.
Oh, okay, so I need to get 9 at minimum.
You can always come back to it and retry. What's there?
Start with a little compliment, then work
Success.
your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
Hey, you seem like a really successful entrepreneur. Would you like to support a member of the local police force?
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
Think of it as an investment.
An investment? What kind of investment?
It's an investment in me, a highly experimental human being. My risk-reward ratio is insane.
I'm a policeman. It's an investment in good relations with the RCM.
It's an investment in your customer base. Gotta prime the pump, man.
I hear you, officer. What kind of a sum are we talking about here?
5 real.
10 real.
1 million real.
Let's go 5 real. I don't feel...
What? Only a fiver? You can't even buy a pack of Royal Extras with that. Let's make this one stick, my friend.
God, a pack of Royales would taste so good right now. Get you some of those tar sticks, baby.
Sounds like a fair deal all around.
He forks a 10 note from a leather pouch.
Corruption.
It's just like bus or seagull. A kid watching out of a window describing things going by. He doesn't like it too much, but what do you do?
Oh, I love that. Officer Chucks, how do you feel about this?
Oh, it's corruption. You can't do shit like that. But it was something that I feel that this cop would do for some reason. I'm trying to play it as if him, and that's the hard part for me is that I'm thinking about it myself and then playing it as him at the same time. It's a conflicting interest.
Absolutely. Sometimes it pays off.
Yeah. Let's see here. See where he's from.
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
But you're not a local, are you?
Better not to mention. Sounds good. Let's get back to business then. Well, let's
Very cool. I like your style, officer.
see what kind of stuff he's selling
Only
here.
the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
Where'd you get those comfy pants?
Do you have a permit to sell all that?
Is there a discount for cool officers like me?
That's all then. Let me ask you something else. Where'd you get those comfy pants?
I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, wholesalers, all extremely cool and above board.
Is there a discount for cool officers like me then?
No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already on sale. Anything you want, 50% off. Anything
Not gonna
for
press for
you.
the permit?
No.
Okay.
What is this?
Let's. White dot. There you go.
Coach, physical instrument. Wait, how did you know all those hammer throw techniques? How do you know how to hold a discus? Or the world youth record in discus? Something doesn't add up here. This mushy thing between your ears didn't know the name of the city you're in, but it comes loaded with trivia about the correct chin position of a shot-put ball. Could it be that? Shut up, namby-pamby. This train of thought ends abruptly. It's leg day. Straighten your rhombus muscle. It's shirts versus skins. Take your shirt off, Namby. Your skins.
+2 physical instrument. If the shirt slot is empty, if you're playing skins. -1 encyclopedia. Facts are for binoclards.
Alright, well let's take our shirt slot off. Let's plus
Yeah,
one physical.
trade +1 for +2. So, examine that for a second. I think it's the first thought you've completed. The problem and solution tabs give you two sides of the story. And just as an example, how do you feel that progression went from engaging a thought to resolving a thought?
It was weird on how they did this. Like, we didn't do anything. You didn't have to end a task. You were just like, whatever. Like, just go through the next 40 minutes and you get it done. And so
Or the shape. Because what would you expect is going to happen now between volumetric shit and lonesome long way home?
well, and
Because the resolution chapter of the thought is, I mean, maybe a swerve on how the thought begins.
I'm quite curious on how the one for finding your home, the lonesome long way home, is going to be curious and see how that ends, because you have to you're trying to figure out how you get back home. Let's take these, see what this does.
Where home? Well,
Yeah.
Shivers hinted it's Jamrock.
Yeah,
It's strange and comforting.
the helpline to the company that controls the drawbridge.
The drawbridge is currently up, seems like.
Ah, I went in.
Watch your clicks.
Mm-hmm.
Playing slop, detective.
Yeah, I am. I'm playing sloppy. Ooh, the hell is this?
The hell is this?
Some kind of machine, an antique cash register? Are we in An antique shop? Bust of a woman. The plaque simply says DEI.
A
Day. In the dark, a film projector is whirling away. Mostly military wear, with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in. Ooh, what the hell is this?
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Let your gaze run over the streetlight.
Is that a street light?
Where did you get this?
How much for the street light?
There's nothing else you need to know about the light.
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here
Bird's
to
Nest Roy.
investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a stream?
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
700.
A bargain? No, it's not. He's trying to sweet-talk you into buying trash.
Are you out of your mind? There's one just like that on every corner.
Even taking into account the risk of obtaining the light, that seems a bit steep.
700 sounds about right. I imagine it wasn't easy sawing off that street lamp.
There's also the matter of rewiring, but the most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago.
Yep.
You get that on?
So what?
You get that much on you?
Nope. What is this?
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
Stand at the tips of your toes to see more.
Or leave. Or stay on.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite. Just
Oh.
make sure it works before you buy it.
Shopkeep, this Stereo 8 approved machine here.
What I really want to know is, could this device come handy in my police work?
Are you sure this is all in working order?
That's all.
Is the Harman Welsh W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all reel-to-reel formats, 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
A boombox.
We don't have the money, but
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres, even though I don't really like music.
It's a strange sentiment to have.
I can't afford it, so
Not yet. But if you scrounge up enough bottles, one day, scrimp and save.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back.
Win her back?
inspect the knights on horseback.
Inspect the blue uniforms.
Inspect the figurines and rags.
Interfacing, medium. Dig up a truly cool figurine with the box under the table.
Step away from the table. I'm curious.
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine. This sounds off. You shouldn't trust this guy.
Let's try it.
Let's try it.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say foul.
What's this? Show it to the shopkeep. Shopkeep.
Oh, that's the headless phone rider.
Who?
Of course. Nod knowingly.
The headless phone rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
He points to the decapitated figurine.
50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
Hold on here before we do this. Where was that?
You gotta finish the conversation.
Ah,
50 cent.
first
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
That was a very smooth salesman's grin that almost comes off as earnest. You should learn from him.
I don't really care about anything else.
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
Love it. Look at that. All endurance checks are unlocked. And the learning cap has been raised to 4, should you choose to pursue that.
Alright, let's take a look here. Excuse me. Let's go to items.
The plastic headless fallen rider sits atop the equally plastic bull, his posture indicating either desperation or pride. Comes as a set with the infamous fallen cap, for which he's lost his head. The head is not included.
Alright. Let's get
Got a
it.
figurine?
Got a figurine. It's 50 cent. Can't complain. Let's go see if we can get some of that ammonia.
Well, you already have the ammonia. Now it's a matter of clenching your butt cheeks.
Clenching our butt cheeks time. Do we have the ammonia? Or did it go away because we used it once?
It might have gone away. But will it really help you?
Yeah, it
All-
went away.
Did was to reset that check for you.
Let me just click that. What is this? Roy's Pawn Shop. Fast cash for faster times. Water lock out of order until Wednesday 7:15 a.m. What is this?
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Hold the lever up.
Or leave. Pulling the lever.
Pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then, nothing happens.
Push it harder.
Release the lever. We're gonna release it.
A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Hold the lever again.
No.
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the water lock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the water lock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal. between them. His posture is relaxed. Despite his powerful build and a knife in his hand, this man resorts to physical intimidation only infrequently, if at all.
First things first. What are you doing here, man on the waterlock?
Do you know what caused this wreckage? Point to the smashed billboard in the canal.
Leave.
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol.
The words daredevil driver sound ominous to you.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
What's with the lever that doesn't do anything? Point at the control panel next to him.
Do you know what's further down the coast?
Can I have some of that salami? Point at his food.
Right, bye. And leave.
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it.
He thinks for a moment.
Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Alright. Let's leave. Let's see what this says. Close the water lock on Wednesday. It's Monday. We got a couple days. Wrong button.
You didn't ask the man about his salami.
I didn't. I'm not gonna ask a man for salami. Take. Let's go see about that dead body.
Let's. Generally curious to see what's going to happen.
And oh, do we need to get the ammonia? Find out. Let's see what they say.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body
shit
below
is compressed.
entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now. As you breathe in,
Okay, there we go.
the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Am I supposed to click something? Because it didn't let me click anything. Oh, there it is.
Do they always do that?
Step closer.
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Inspect the boots.
Inspect the belt.
Inspect the tattoos.
Look him in the eyes.
Squint and take a step back.
So how do we get him down?
Just leave.
We should have a look at that belt before we even consider taking him down. It looks worrisome.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the thirst within you.
What was that? A word?
Ignore it.
Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits lets you decipher the fading logo of the local brewery.
I should get a drink.
This is a bad time for a drink. Right?
Extremely.
What kind of rope is this?
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
Like in a harbor?
And I can't come up with anything other than a harbor.
Yes, it looks like they used whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves.
We're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it?
They sure wanted him to stay there. The polyester seems strong.
How did they even get him up there?
Back off and look at the corpse.
It's not merely polyester, it's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands. This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed.
How did he even get up
A
there?
noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Did they climb up there using the kid's ladder? Point to one side of the tree.
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle. I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You?
No, you feel like it was something else. But what?
Makes sense. Believably mundane.
I feel like it was something else.
Don't ask me, I'm just lumbering from one moment to the next.
Yes, it often is. This bell worries me.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. Underneath the curdled meat there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below, inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy at the moment of his death.
This man enjoyed the moment of death.
Inland Empire, medium 11. Tell me, who are you, dead man? We're going with that.
I'm gone.
Where have you gone?
I can see you're gone, but who are you?
What is happening?
I hate you. You stink and you're boring.
Why were you feeling pleasure when you died?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
There's nothing funny about you.
You are now, but who were you when you were alive?
There is nothing funny about jokes either. A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
Takes one to know one.
I have another question for you.
Go ahead, Kobo.
Chucks,
Mm-hmm.
the detective is ostensibly having a conversation with a corpse.
Yep.
How do you interpret that?
He's probably playing this through his mind psychologically, what he's thinking the killer says by looking at him. He clearly it's a game, so he's the inner monologue to himself, what he's believing to himself, what the person would say to him back if he could talk.
Would you say that he's McConaugheying?
Yeah, I would say he was doing that. Let's see here. Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Ooh,
Where is that?
that's probably the opposite of the black void we started out in.
In the past. Way out west.
What is happening?
What do you
This-
mean?
This is a good time to leave the conversation and walk away forever. Just saying.
It is, but it's not going to happen with me. Your boy
Well,
Chucks.
it's been happening the whole time. I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your...
Black frothy liquid starts bubbling on his lips.
imagination. Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You fucking love questions.
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoonie.
Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, give me a question.
Give me a comical amount of questions.
Here you go, loony.
Is my name Rooney?
Were you feeling pleasure when you died?
Maybe I was getting my rocks off.
First off, do you have to speak like that? What dialect is that anyway?
So you were feeling sexual arousal when they were hanging you?
Forget it.
Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you?
Yes.
No.
What is erotic auto-asphyxiation?
Captain Copodromo, I fear we are drifting away, fixating on sexuality again. Let's go with a simpler question. Fuck
What
no. You're no Rooney.
Sorry.
I do struck myself as a Rooney.
Rooney is obviously not who I am.
Of course not. The name is Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Listen to yourself. You're not a Raphael anything. You're probably just a Harry or something. That's right. Harry.
I feel like I've been getting a lot of Harry lately.
No, I can't be Harry. I refuse.
Could I really be Harry?
No.
Good for you.
What if I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
Think you're dead, man.
Do I remind you of someone?
A deep sea creature.
Myself in the bathroom mirror.
A baby affected with harlequinism.
Oh my god, that's terrifying. Okay. You don't remind me of anyone. Ooh.
There you go. Look at that bright kid. We're birds of a feather, you and I. Soon you will be just like me. Just keep drinking and having a good time. It's a matter of weeks.
Feeling nausea, vomiting, tenderness or pain around the liver area, tiny red lines on the skin above waist level, more like days, Coppo. The clock is ticking. Your liver tells you so.
Hold on. Are you enjoying this conversation?
I am.
Go back to number 4.
Because you're a copperoony. Look
Now
at
pick
all
3.
of them go. Do you want more questions? Coming right up, copperoony Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
Who killed you?
Love did me in, brother Copo. It was love all along.
Can you ask me a question?
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
What?
Looking at my face, motionless. Looking into my eyes, standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
I don't have anything else to do. This case is all I have.
Because he told me to. Nod towards Kim.
Maybe this will lead to something indescribable, unforeseen, miraculous? The face rotates before you, slowly.
I'm
Ah!
a joke. Look at me.
Twice.
Yeah, you're getting twitchy.
No, I held it on accident and then it went to the next one.
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
Takes one to know one.
Go
You can read the
ahead,
Shivers
Bobo.
passage.
This one?
The one you got from Shivers, yeah?
Yeah. Something is on on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle from the northwest. And it's almost here. You can feel it in the air on your hands. The cold spring air smoothing them over. You can see
What
your-
is happening?
Yeah.
Hey, just get the body out of the tree, huh, Chucks?
Yeah.
Easy.
Come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also see me in your dreams.
Rewritten dialogue there.
Mm-hmm.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
These aren't just boots, are they? This is the armor he was stripped of.
Back off.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
What kind of armor is this exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel.
Where?
Fairweather. Fairweather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Where's the rest of it? Scavenged by the locals?
The material looks out of place here.
Knock on the boot.
Pull the boot off.
Back off and look at the corpse.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
Grab the boot under your arm.
Better not even try. We're grabbing the boot under
The
our arm.
stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop!
Lieutenant's voice is sharp. He looks at you with the boot under your arm.
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
It would have probably already... Oh, it wouldn't have fallen off by then.
Brutal!
What?
Lieutenant, you seemed distressed. Why?
Oh, this is a bad idea, isn't it?
Let go of the boot. We're going to let go of the boot.
What's wrong with you, asshole? Why is he letting Goku know?
I don't know, baby. I don't know why he's such a...
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by putting on the deceased foot? It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
Oh, darn.
For a
What are
full
we talking
set,
about?
about 4 years of wages.
Ka-ching, baby. Nod to the boots.
That's a lot. I take it. That's a lot, I take it. Okay, my bad.
By catching, do you mean let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them?
What was that about the constabulatory before? You need to push some buttons if you want to recruit the lieutenant in a conspiracy.
No, that's not what I meant.
That is what kaching means, yes.
If this constabulatory is dragging their feet, why not start ourselves before more good men die?
That's not what we meant.
Of course.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
Step back and have another look first.
We've been thorough. Do you have a plan for getting him down? We're going to go with the first
The
one.
cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars. Alcohol and heartbreak.
What will mine be marked by? Sorry about that.
Your fist clenches suddenly.
I will be marked by bullet holes.
It'll be riddled with disco.
Decay is creeping on the tattoo. Already, most of the canvas that's holding it has darkened. Now, it disintegrates slowly, letting out a stink.
Is this a map of the night sky?
Is this a microelectronic system?
Is this a national pattern?
Of no nation that I know of. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination, last or penultimate century. Men who live harsh lives often turn to innocentic worship. But which one? I see no trace of a humanoid figure.
The pattern does not stir patriotic or religious sentiment in you. What it does is speak to the wounded, limping animal, the male in particular, unable to communicate in anything more than grunts. It's impossible to tell if its advice is right or wrong.
I'm missing something here.
So am I.
Pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
What's that?
Let the lieutenant work. Yeah, let the lieutenant work.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
Produces two metal-clapped ampules and clicks them into place on one side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there.
This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
He points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. The lens needs adjusting. Then,
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
Lieutenant says and shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. Cool machine.
What do we need this photo for? Let's go with that one.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell.
Say nothing.
Here, a souvenir. Don't lose it.
He hands you the piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes. Don't smoke it!
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I'm squinting, Kim. Why am I doing it?
Stop. Relax your eyes.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
Can't someone else do it?
We could saw the branch.
Seems like a lot of hassle. Let's not do it.
Maybe we could shoot him down?
Maybe we can ask for help from the harbor.
I'm out of ideas. Let's have another look at him.
Climb up there and saw the branch?
Yeah, it seems dangerous.
There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees. Someone else? You mean like the police?
Yes, exactly. Call the police.
You have a point there.
I mean someone who is below detective.
Sadly, yes. The whole RCM is out there right now, doing the exact same thing we are. Are we in a rush to help them? Not with this on our hands. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast. I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
Confirmed. It's unsafe.
But what else can we do?
Yeah, wait. Let's reconsider. Yeah.
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
I don't know. Just, shoot up there, maybe? Point towards the branch.
Just shoot the belt. The bullet will break. Break it.
It absolutely will not, officer. That's not how physics work. It will maybe cut one thread loose.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
The lieutenant is undecided. On one hand, he wants to shoot some gun. On the other, it's an awfully stupid idea.
Take the shot, Lieutenant. What's the worst thing that could happen?
Actually, don't. It has a bad idea written all over it.
Wait, let me try.
Say nothing, let him choose.
I don't know how. Maybe it's better not to. Back off.
No, that's back
What
off.
else can we do?
Of course. You have questions,
Ah.
don't you?
We had everything
Come
answered.
back later, Coppo.
For now.
Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento.
Yes, we do. We are not getting him down already. Not getting him down is a task that's already accomplished. Sadly, it's not our job to keep him up there, but to get him down.
I don't really want to pull his head off.
How do you plan to get him down, then? With social sensibility? Are you going to educate him down?
Okay, they do have the tools and the men. And since it looks like they put him there... okay, let's do it in the lousy, dangerous way.
What, won't it be dangerous?
How do we get inside the harbor?
Let's get to it then.
From the gates, by negotiating or fighting. I'm unenthusiastic about fighting. Or we can try to find some secret third path. It's unlikely though.
To the gates. Let's fight, I say.
To ask the suspect for help with the victim's body? To be indebted to Everard Clare? Very much, yes. Which is why I would have preferred us to handle this ourselves. Clearly we can't.
Suck my dick, bitches!
Who's Everard Clare?
The leader of the Union. A dangerous and corrupt man, from what I hear. You don't want to owe him much.
Yeah, don't go being someone else's bitches. You're Kuno's bitches.
Get the body down the tree. It'll be easy.
Yeah, it'll definitely be
Chucks.
easy.
Chucks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say what, but there are some very interesting things that you missed here.
I believe it.
Perhaps in the future, if you play this game again for yourself, you can re-examine the situation.
Yes. But
I mean, it would have been fantastic to be here present with you just popping off with rage. From a strictly police perspective.
yeah, I mean I get it. But we'll find out what we do next time when Grime and Game plays Disco Elysium. See ya.
God.